everyone. So this week in Belfast we got snow, and it's just been, well, this weekend's actually been really wet, but before that there was really beautiful weather, and it was strange because it was like a summer's day but with snow on the ground. And yeah, the girls were so excited. They actually found out before I did that it had snowed because they went to look out the curtains, because I think they'd been hopeful it would snow, and then they were so excited it did, and they went out to make a snowman at like 8 in the morning. And this is just a bowling club that we walked through on the way to school, and it looked really pretty because it had like unspoiled snow, and we didn't really have any of that near us. I've always got kind of excited about snow as well. I just don't like driving in it, and I also kind of prefer it to ice because I just feel like it's easier not to fall, and if it's only like now and again, it's just like a bit of excitement. We went to a Lego workshop at the library on the way home, and then the girls insisted on getting watermelon, which was kind of funny because they always seem to choose heavy things when I have a lot to carry. But yeah, they both devoured it this weekend, so I'll definitely be getting more. This is just me on Friday night having a rare night out alone. Like, I never really go out after dark. Well, it was kind of like twilight here. I went to a pub quiz with some friends, and it was really fun. We came 5th out of like 13 teams, which with me there is kind of a miracle. Yeah, it was really good. I'd love to go to another pub quiz. And then this is the snowman that the girls made. My daughter named it after her friend who's been off school sick, and she misses her in school. They improvised because we didn't have things like a carrot for the nose, so they ended up using like petals and leaves, and it was really tiny and cute, and they were kind of disappointed whenever the rain melted it today. But yeah, they said that it would go to join another snowman that they made a few years ago in like snowman heaven. On Saturday we decided to get the bus into town because there was the children's festival on in Belfast, and I knew that there was a big birthday bash for, I think it's Young at Art, that were running it, and it must have been like the anniversary of the children's festival. I think it was like 20 years or 25, I'm not sure. There was an event at City Hall, we walked right past it, but it hadn't started yet, so we went to Cafe Nero to get like a drink first, and it had like a nice view, and yeah, we just like decided to go back for whenever it started, but we never actually found it because there was some sort of rally happening at the front of the City Hall, and then it turned out later that it was at the back, and I didn't realise. But yeah, we found plenty of other things to do. This is one of those funny bars that you like where people pedal while they're drinking, and yeah, this is just where we were sitting in a cafe. And then whenever we came out, I noticed that there was snow on the hills and pigeons going a little bit crazy. Then we decided to walk to the Dome, which is like an arts centre, and it's indoors because the weather was like really cold, and they always have activities on for kids, so we thought we'd find something there. And on the way we heard a busker, I think he's called John Garrity, and he was really good, so we stopped to listen to him for a while.
The angels cry out, the angels know the air. Baby, it's nice in heaven since you've been out, since you've been out.
We got to the Dome, they'd added like a little library. I think it was with No Alibis, the bookshop that I had pointed out in one of my recent videos, and the kids loved it, and they found lots of board games too. And I just like getting inspiration even for books to read. I don't think you can take them away, you can just sit and read them while you're actually there, which would be relaxing if you didn't have kids with you. And they loved this little tent thing. We had interactive storytelling before in here, but I think you can just kind of chill out and read in it. Yeah, I think they just thought it looked like a little mini disco. And there were so many things on. I love the fact that every time we go here, we're kind of like pleasantly surprised by the amount of stuff there is to do. They had a lot of the children's festival in this building as well, but I hadn't really found it advertised. We just kind of walked in. I love these old buildings and the cornicing and everything. And it's kind of nice to see it as this instead of Tesco's, because that's what it was before that. Yeah, I think it sort of closed because of the Primark fire, because it was like next door to it, but I just feel like this is a much better use for it. And yeah, my younger daughter made like stop go motion things with Lego, and she loved that. And then she actually got to make a pot on like a pottery wheel, which was really amazing because I never thought she'd get like the opportunity to do that. And the fact that she got to do it for free, and we so quickly kind of got a space, and the lady that was running it was just so patient with her and really helpful, and she seemed to really enjoy it. And I think she was really pleased with the way it turned out as well. So it was made with like air drying clay, so you could take it home with you, and then when it's dried she can paint it with acrylics. Yeah, it just like, I don't know, she seemed really, really into it. We also found a hat workshop that was held by a couple of artists. I think they were from Lithuania. And yeah, they were really helpful, and the girls really enjoyed it. You just got like a baseball cap, and then they could put any materials that they wanted. And I saw some people's hats and they were like proper masterpieces. The girls really loved theirs. They had balloons attached to them, which were kind of funny. And yeah, it was just like a really kind of special craft. I've never done anything like that before, and it kept them entertained for a long time. And this is just the cathedral. We were going towards Cathedral Quarter because I knew there was an acoustic picnic in a place called the Oh Yeah Music Centre, and I took the girls to it a few years ago. It's really good. You're allowed to bring like your own food. I'm not sure how often it's on, if it's just once a year or if it's more frequent than that. They have like live music, and it was really good for kids. And this was just like us wandering in, and like I always have to double check where it is because it's kind of hidden away, but it's just a really nice place, and it has a very chilled atmosphere, and it kind of feels like the type of place I would have gone to for a gig whenever I was younger, before I had kids, only your kids are welcome too, so it's kind of perfect. And as a bar as well, so I was kind of glad that we got the bus in so I could have a drink. We passed a little ice cream shop on the way, which I think was just a second ago, but yeah, the girls had sort of decided they wanted to get one of them on the way back. And whenever we got there, it was really busy, and the lady said that basically like you'd had to book it, but I didn't realise that because the last time I went you didn't, but they still managed to get us in, which was really nice. And we bumped into some friends there and sat with them for a while, and the kids just like love playing together. They got like these flamingo and guitar balloons to play with while they were there, and they had like colouring and drawing stuff for the kids. And the live music was like, it was really fun for kids as well, because they gave them like little percussion like instruments and they could play along, and there was like a drum session where everyone in the room, like including the adults, got to like join in, so I really enjoyed that. And these were just from the little ice cream and coffee shop window that we passed. I was shocked by how cheap it was. Like for these huge ice creams, it was like £3.70 or something. The girls loved them, and we went back to the cathedral just for some shelter because it had started to rain and they didn't really have anywhere to sit and have their ice cream. Yeah, like sometimes in Belfast, I've always kind of found like it hard to find like a seat or a toilet whenever you need it. It's kind of like you have to think creatively whenever it comes to like finding either of those things, and that doesn't mean peeing outside. And then this is just like we're walking back along Royal Avenue, and This is Castle Court, where I think they're opening a new cinema called the Avenue. There used to be a cinema in there like decades ago, but I think they're trying to kind of bring it back and make like a fancy cinema, so it would be cool to go sometime. Yeah, then we just got the bus back home, and it was kind of well timed because the weather had really gone downhill then. The girls like the entertainment of like looking out the window, and they were chattering away the whole journey, so I'm sure everybody around like loved us. And this is one of the gliders, which are kind of like the newer buses in Belfast. I think they're supposed to be faster as well. I think they probably are. This is the building where I got divorced, which is a nice memory. And then this is passing St George's Market, which I like to take the girls to sometimes, but I always kind of forget that it's on at the weekend in the morning.
I like this.
Yeah.
This is probably the funnest thing I've ever done in my whole entire life. Well, it's not the funnest thing. It's like the funnest craft I've ever done.
Because you want to make a mask, or because you're...
I like it.
Oh, that's good.
Hi.
Peekaboo. So that evening we just picked up Chinese takeaway on the way home, and then the girls decided later on that they wanted to make masks out of their art box, and I really love it because it's not, you don't have to be too involved and like kind of interfere with what they're doing. They can come up with their own ideas, and there's plenty of like materials provided. Yeah, so this was just like a nice peaceful kind of end of the day, and they were really happy with their masks as well. So this is Sunday morning, and we went out to the Mac, which is like an art gallery, and it has different events on in it. And there was a Young at Art event. It was a Polish artist who had done illustrations for lots of magazines and books, and it was a workshop about trees. And I just got a coffee, and the girls got some Pringles, and they're obsessed with the water dispenser there, which is good because it stops me having to get them drinks. And then we just got a seat and waited for the workshop to start. My daughter ran into the same friend that she had seen at the picnic thing the day before, so that was funny, and we spent time with them. So the artist that was taking the workshop was speaking in Polish, and he had a translator there, which was interesting, and he showed lots of unusual trees to get the workshop started and talked about the background of them, and it was like, I thought the talk was really interesting. Then he got this huge piece of paper and drew lots of like branches of trees with different things coming out of them, and then he encouraged the kids to add on to what he had already drawn, and then whenever they had done that, they could paint it with like big sponges and kind of like paint, like huge thick paint brushes. So they really enjoyed that, and it was a great workshop, and it inspired me too. We went upstairs, and there was like a drama workshop on where there were these two ladies who explored like colour and shadows and things, and they were like getting kids to do creative activities to help them look at art in a different way. They put like colourful scarves over their heads to get them to see paintings in different colours, and then they did that thing where it's almost like a parachute type thing where the kids go underneath, and there were scarves on top, so it was like rainbow colour. And then there was like a game where they played with torches and shadows and things like that, and then this was just like a little watercolour workshop we called into on our way out, and we headed home after this. And yeah, thanks for watching and joining us on our weekend adventures in Belfast. Also, could I just ask, like, while you're watching this, does anyone have a preference for how regular like my videos are? I had a subscriber that told me they unsubscribed because they said that my videos were too frequent and my shorts and things, and I just wanted to know what everybody else thinks, and if you kind of have a certain amount that you would like to see, like what's too much, what isn't enough, just to get like some feedback from you. Thanks for watching, and hi to any new subscribers, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.